Attack. Attackers for sure. Attack.
Welcome to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. I'm Chris Hardwick.
And I'm Allison Hayslip. Kevin and Olivia are celebrating 420 a little bit early. They're in Hawaii. Guess where I get to go for 420?
Where?
Oakland.
Yeah, that's the Hawaii of California.
Totally.
We're coming to you live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles.
Yeah, now, in case you missed yesterday's show, I have plenty of regrets, but none of them are about my amazing wardrobe. Can we check this out? That
Allison,
is one hot chick right there.
You look like a real housewife of Dallas.
No, maybe Jersey.
Is that what's going on with the hair?
Yeah, what? Yeah. I embrace the big hair. That's why it works so well on me. It's in my genes.
Good for you,
My
Snooki.
blood.
All right, I'd like to take a moment to fill you in on the feast that your eyes were deprived of if you missed this yesterday.
Dear God. This is what Chris wore on the show.
You are
Wow.
welcome. I definitely have no regrets about that.
Maybe you should rethink that.
Really?
No, I'm kidding.
You couldn't see my...
I was pretty impressed by that, actually.
You couldn't see my my downstairs boobs hanging out there? On the... What? On the... Oh, I'm going to get hate messages on the boards now. On the show today, Morgan Webb heads to CTIA in Vegas to check out the newest finds in wireless technology, including a look at Microsoft Windows Phone 7. And plus, on the flip side, we'll have a bushel of Apple news, including details on how to fix your crappy iPhone reception. Hackers are hijacked the Jesus phone, and subscription prices for the iPad. That's all coming up in the loop.
Then I sit down with the cast of Hot Tub Time Machine. Thankfully, the interview did not take place in a hot tub or a time machine, as far as I know. And our friends at X-Play bring us an early look at Splinter Cell Conviction. Sam, Fisher fans rejoice. The Silver Fox is back, people.
But before we get to all that,
What?
it is Fax Day, and the Lucha Fax Bear is here to pile drive your faxes into us.
Hey, oh, look at Lucha Fax Bear go.
He's hitting Slam Man.
So, yeah, he is. All right, people, so please do not send us boobs, wieners, or F-bombs. I have a weak heart. We can't deal with that.
So here we go. Flip a coin at home,
Yeah.
and if you get heads, send your fax to 323-692-4488.
Yeah, and if you get tails, fax whatever you have to 323-692-4481.
P.S. It doesn't matter if you flip a coin. All right.
No.
We also
Pick
have
a-
a...
pick
Some
a
people are going to be
number.
like,
We got it.
wait a minute. We also have a website that you can send us faxes to, g4tv.com/fax.
For the 94% of you who don't have fax machines.
That's right.
And please keep it clean, or Lucha Bear will come to your house and bring some atomic knee drops to your face.
Sweet.
Yeah, there we go. That was kind of a weak knee, Lucha Bear.
Weak knee. That was a weak
Get
knee
those
drop.
knees up there, Lucha Bear.
There he goes. There he goes.
He's like, dude. He's like, do you see how tight my shorts are? I cannot get my knees up that high.
It looked more like Lucha Bear was having an existential crisis.
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
What does anything mean?
Fax God, why?
All right.
All right, it's time now to run down the top 5 things on the web.
It's Around the Net.
Here.
Watch as these budding young surgeons put their heads together to perform the world's first successful brain transplant. Hey guys, wait a minute. This is excellent news. I think that was footage from CERN. The Large Kid Hadron Collider is back online. There it is.
All right, in at number 4, 2 viral videos make sweet, sweet love, and the result is a brand new baby of the internet.
Now, on one side of the mashup bed is the infamous Trololo video starring Soviet crooner Edward Kill.
And on the other end of the missionary-style remix is a video of a cat who loves attention. You know what?
What?
That looks really familiar.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Really? You don't remember before the show?
Oh? La 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 la. La 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 la. Why?
Fine.
Meow.
Good, Chris.
Oh! I forgot about that. La 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 la.
All right, and at number 3, we take another trip into the depths of the smut cave.
La 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 la.
Today, the Splunkers helping out the sight disabled by highlighting porn for the blind.
Sure, they can listen to porn, but without eyes, how can they tell what is being thrust into what hole? Well, Porn for the Blind is user-submitted descriptions of porn. It's sort of like a filthy audiobook.
Maybe masturbation does cause blindness.
Who said that?
Come over here.
Maverick has a tan torso and pale legs, whereas Sabbath is pale all over, which provides an interesting color contrast.
The girl who is now wearing deep blue eyeshadow is consuming a small portion of the and then it and smiles at the camera.
And as the across the ether and onto their supple faces, they realized they were no longer barely legal girls. They were barely legal women.
You're not wrong. I think that website's going to do really well. Up until now, all blind people had was smello porn.
Right, the porn you can smell. I wonder why that never caught on.
Well, that's probably because
Being facetious.
No, when the body gets excited,
Not actually wondering. Nope.
No, because inside the...
Do not go down that road.
All right. In it, really, because...
No!
All right. In at number 2, one of the biggest trending topics of the day, the Scott Pilgrim trailer.
Freaking out. Well, first off, it is based on the acclaimed Scott Pilgrim comic book.
And number 2, it's directed by Edgar Wright, the man who brought us Shaun of the Dead.
If we're gonna date, you may have to defeat my 7 evil exes. You have 7 evil ex-boyfriends?
Bingo. Consider our fight begun.
I want to take them apart. We all have baggage.
Yeah, well, my baggage doesn't try and kill me every 5 minutes.
Scott Pilgrim versus the world.
I'm so freaking awesome.
I hope Michael Cera does that stuttery character he does.
I think that's a guarantee.
All right, good.
I gotta admit, love really is a battlefield from watching that.
Well, the last time my exes fought over me, it turned into this weird slow-mo pillow fight.
Okay, you're confusing Skinamax with your actual life again, Chris.
Oh, that would explain why the plumber, the pool boy, and the pizza delivery man were there.
Yes. All right, still ahead. Nerd boys everywhere, bow your heads, for we have found your queen.
God save our number 1 around the net when we come back. La 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 la. Purports to introduce us to the nerdiest girl in the world.
And Hardwick will be the judge of that. On display here, a love of books, Rubik's Cubes, and math.
3.14159, 265-358, 979-322, 846-2643, 445-923, 078-16, 406-2862, 08998-628, 034-82534, 211-7067.
Now, the female geek's mating ritual caught the attention of the Nerdist, and now he's prepared to reciprocate. Observe.
We did it! Everybody, we did it!
Nerd!
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
I'm used
You
to
okay?
it. No, I'm used to it.
Do you still have your milk money?
My mom says I'm cool.
Yeah, I bet she does. All right, so there's more nerding out in Vegas, and the jocks are busy with the strippers, so Morgan's in Sin City playing with shiny new phones. Ha!
I am here at the CTIA Wireless Convention in Las Vegas. Okay, now first, they added cameras to cell phones. Then they made them smaller. Then they added the internet. And now, well, I'm about to show you what's next in the world of cell phones. CTIA got its start back in 1985, and over the years, it has become the world's leading phone convention. There are over 1,000 exhibitors on the floor, with more than 1,100 press and analysts, and of course, thousands of consumers trying to get a first look. The Samsung Galaxy S does not have the biggest screen that we've seen today, but it definitely has the nicest. It is a 4-inch 720p Super AMOLED screen. Now what this basically means is you're going to get 20% better battery life, you're going to get less reflection from the sun. It has a 1 gigahertz processor. It does run Android 2.1. It has multi-touch and all the other goodies that you're expecting. And of course, a big, beautiful camera. But what we're really in it for right now is the fact that the screen is going to knock your socks off. It's surprisingly light without feeling flimsy, so it's going to be great for anyone's pocket or purse. This is the HTC Evo 4G. You may know it from the internet as the Supersonic. It has a 4.3-inch LCD screen. We have an 8-megapixel camera with a dual LED flash. Now, there's definitely a few exciting features. First of all, this is the first 4G phone that we're going to see. It's going to be on the Sprint network, and it has tethering, which means that I can have up to 8 computers or other wireless devices running tethered, getting internet connection off of this phone. It takes SD cards, so it's going to be expandable up to 32 gigs. It has an HDMI out, because, you know, why not, right? And it has a kickstand for airplane viewing. All right, I have something here that is not actually allowed out on the show floor. That's why I am in this little protected bunker. This is the Windows Phone 7 series. What they've done is they've arranged the way that you're going to interact with the phone a little differently than other companies have done. So you actually have tiles on the home screen, and they're going to organize all of your information into basically a hub. You can increase your gamer score by playing games on your phone. And there's also going to be cross-platform play, which means that I'm going to be able to play games on my phone with somebody at home who's playing on their Xbox. Now, it has music integration. You're going to integrate in that hub a lot of other services. So you never have to think about where your music is coming from. You just get to enjoy it. All right, now this has a holiday release date, which means we do have a little waiting to do. And of course, there's no price point yet. But don't worry, we will keep you informed of all of the information as it comes out. All right, now you have seen a few of the phones you definitely need to check out if you're going to upgrade this year. All right, I'm going to go play with a few more and then just go hit the tables. What? It's Vegas.
I don't know if you guys remember this or not. Last year, G4 sent me to CTIA, and I was almost able to touch the Palm Pre. Seriously.
Yeah, there's no touching the shiny, pretty things in Las Vegas.
No, but literally, like, the guy was holding it. I'm like, can I touch it? And he was like, yeah. Like, he wouldn't let me touch it. I'm like, you're going down, Palm Pre.
Hey.
And then nothing happened.
And then you gave it a 5 out of 5.
The Pre Plus is really awesome. I gave that a 5 out of 5. But enough about my crappy life. Let's check in with the Fax Bear.
Fax Bear! What do we got, Fax Bear? We got some faxes.
Don't get too close. You don't want to get too close to the Fax Bear.
Why?
Oh, this one's for me?
No, those are mine.
Those are yours? Okay, these are mine.
I've got a beautiful contact of the show at Sorefeet, P-H-E-E-T. Loves you, me, Olivia, Kevin, and for the win.
Yay!
Attack of the Show. And Chris Gore's down there, too. All the way, yeah.
There he is down
got
there
a
at
star.
that Chris
He's
Gore.
like star Chris Gore.
That's fantastic.
Down here.
Right here, I have a nice piece of artwork here. This is Hot Tub Furry Sex Machine. This is a Fax Bear and a kangaroo from @StewieX. There they are.
Woo!
Right
Who's the
there.
kangaroo?
I didn't realize kangaroos and bears were roughly the
They're
same
also
size.
drinking wine.
They
which is
have
kinda
articulating thumbs, apparently, but I love it.
nice. I have this lovely picture of me with Fax Bear scratching my back, and he says, "How's that?" And I go, "Lower."
Actually, it doesn't look like he's scratching your back.
What's it look like he's doing?
That looks like what you explained to a kid. Oh, he's scratching her back. That's what's happening. Here's someone.
My back.
Here's someone who gave me a high five up top.
High
yeah,
five.
there we go. High five, whoever
I
that
have
was.
to do this one. Ashley B., if you're out there, you need to listen to this. It's from Alex S. He wrote a very long poem. Maybe I can read this quick. The moment I opened my heart and let you in, I saw this great love starting to begin. I opened my eyes to a vision of you. I hope, I pray your feelings are true. I've loved and I have paid the cost, and I have felt the pain of the love I lost. But now I think I have truly found an angel who walks upon the ground. You go beyond all limits for me just to show your love endlessly. I could search my whole life through and never find another you. You are so special that I wanted you to know. I truly, completely love you so. Will you marry me?
What?
We totally got a marriage proposal fax. Actually, B, I hope you're out there because Alex S. totally just asked you to marry him.
I hope you're out there because he was too afraid to do it in person. What? Why not do it down on a knee?
He got a poem read on live TV.
That's true. He did.
By me.
He did.
That
but
rhymed. Did you get it?
That would have to. The girls would have to be watching the show.
All right,
for that
flip a
to
coin
work.
and send your fax to the appropriate number, people.
Or you can use your computing machine to send us a fax. By the way, they have to fax back in to see if she said yes or not.
There we go. Yeah.
Fax back in, dude.
Let us know if Ashley
Fax
said
back
yes.
in. Send us a fax. You can do that by going to g4tv.com/fax would be another way to do that.
All right, still ahead, a new iPhone exploit could turn your phone into a hacker's bitch. All that and more Apple news are discussed in the loop.
And later, XPlay gives us the stealthy gift that keeps on giving, gameplay from the new Splinter Cell. But first, this is a trailer for the 140 tweets thing that happened here in Los Angeles. This is comedians and actors would go up and read their single favorite tweet that they made, and then 100% of the proceeds from this movie that documented the whole thing is going to Artists for Peace and Justice, which will help schools in Haiti. So
you were in it.
I was in it. Ben Stiller, Will Ferrell, a lot of fun people. Here's the 140 tweets trailer right here.
There are 140 performers in the show. Comedians, actors, musicians, porn stars. Some of them will be funny, some of them will just be profound.
Today's Road Report is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Call Geico at 1-800-947-AUTO or visit geico.com.
It's Thursday, March 25th, and here are your top stories. One thing that some broke people do is start selling drugs. Not totally unrelated, California voters will head to the ballot box in November to vote on legalizing the recreational use of marijuana for adults. Yay! The Golden State was the first to legalize pot for medical reasons back in '96, and now it's poised to be the first to end its prohibition. Under the plan, individuals could pocket up to an ounce of weed and farm up to 25 square feet of pot plants. California counties could opt out, but they would then pass up millions in tax revenue. The feed will keep you up to date on any developments. AT&T has announced a brand new item for customers whose AT&T cell phones don't work in their homes or offices, and that would be all of them. It's called a 3G microcell and basically acts as a mini cell tower, routing calls and text messages over your broadband internet connection. AT&T won't charge a fee for the service, but the minutes you use will be subtracted from your monthly allotment, even though you're already shelling out for the bandwidth. What? The device itself will cost $150 when it hits the market sometime in April. We'll fill you in on all the deets later in the loop. And finally, some bad news for moviegoers. Starting this weekend, 10 major theater chains are jacking up prices on 3D tickets. Citing the recent success of Avatar and Alice in Wonderland, many theaters, including AMC and Lowe's, will raise 3D ticket prices by an average of 8%. That's up to $4 more per ticket. And if you are planning on seeing a film in IMAX 3D, look for that number to jump up by 12% or $6 more per ticket. Guys, during a recession, this just plain sucks. So if you're planning on seeing Clash of the Titans in 3D next weekend, you might want to start saving up now, all right? I'm Allison Hayslip, and you've just been fed.
Hey, maybe you were watching the feed a second ago and you heard how you got to install an AT&T cell tower in your living room to do their job for them. But there's more bad news ahead in the loop. Joining us from New York to help us make sense of it all is staff writer for CNET, my pal Caroline McCarthy. How are you? Nice to see you.
Hey, I'm doing well, thanks. Good to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you as well. All right, so look. So we just heard about AT&T's fantastic microcell plan in the feed, where we all become cell towers in our own homes. Now, it could look like it would solve problems with reception on the iPhone. I don't know if our children will sprout extra limbs, if it's safe or whatever. But is this really the right way to go about this?
Well, I think people's reaction thus far has been, thank goodness they're doing something, because quite honestly, they do need to do something about the fact that their cell phone service, especially in big cities like New York and San Francisco, is absolutely deplorable. I mean, they have said that they are investing $2 billion into improving their infrastructure, but I guess this is sort of like a good placeholder for now. And the thing retails for $150, but with mail-in rebates, the price can go down to $50.
All right, that's not bad.
So, you know, it's okay.
That's not bad. I mean,
no,
listen.
Not that bad.
I complain about AT&T a lot, and I don't want people to think that I'm just a mindless corporate basher. It's not that. It's only because I'll drop. There's like 5 dead zones between my house and G4.
Oh, yeah.
And you know,
I can't make calls in my house at all.
Yeah, and I can't make calls in my house either. And then they come out and they blame the consumers for gobbling up too much data. And it's like, come on, guys, really?
I know, seriously. See, I have a theory that AT&T is being a little bit preventative here, because I think that some very, very wise person within the company is thinking that there is going to be some local news horror story down the line with someone dying because an emergency call got dropped.
Oh,
think about that.
Yes, anyone, if you die because an emergency call got dropped, then you got to let us know so we can blame AT&T. No, I don't want to just take them down because of that. It's literally because of the service. And then, you know, also, yesterday they had this annual Pwn to Own contest, which happened in Canada, and 2 hackers walked away with a $15,000 prize for hacking their iPhone's SMS database in like 20 seconds. 20 seconds!
Seriously, this was kind of frightening. Well, to be fair, it did take them 2 weeks of prep, but still, that's really scary.
Yeah. Should iPhone... Yeah. Oh, there you are. Sorry, our wall today is brought to you by AT&T.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Should iPhone users be worried about this hack?
Yeah, well, the thing is that dealing with hackers is always a game of defense. That you will always be one step behind the hackers, and you meaning whatever company in question here, this is either Apple or AT&T, I think it's Apple in this case,
right,
has to be really on top of their game. And are they working really hard to solve this hole? I think yes, they are. But at the same time, hackers will always be one step ahead and will always be finding something new. This one is particularly frightening because it delves into, for example, your text message database, which is something incredibly private. It also confines text messages that have been deleted. I would love to find these hackers and have them go after my ex-boyfriends for me.
Nice!
But, you know... I don't think I could stoop to that.
Here's what I want to know about. Here's what I know about AT. Oh, if you're mad at a relationship, you can stoop to anything. Trust me. Here's what I want to know.
No.
Like AT&T, they're going to spend this $2 billion. Is that enough money? Do you think, or do you feel like, well, we should spend $5 billion, but once the iPhone's available in other carriers, we're going to lose a bunch of business? I mean, like, do you think that's maybe the thinking?
Well, I think they're anticipating if they make that kind of investment that maybe they won't lose the customers.
Okay, I hope so. AT&T, I don't want to trash you anymore. Please just let us make calls. That's all we want. It's 2010.
Yeah, I'm really sick of making fun of AT&T.
Yeah,
I'm really sick of it. It's basically like making fun of Canadians now. And I mean, they won everything at the Olympics.
Taking a shot to our northern neighbors. So
Hey,
we've all started to hear about First Caroline's Canadian racism, and also how books, magazines, and newspapers are going to be priced on the iPad. So what are we looking at here? I've seen some reports that are hilariously expensive.
Yeah, like the Wall Street Journal, $17.95 a month or something like that. That is more than people were anticipating.
So, I mean, is this fair pricing, do you think? How are they justifying this?
I think they had better justify it by offering a phenomenal user experience and a lot of multimedia features that you can't get either in the print version, obviously, or even on the website for free. That I think they're really going to have to put forth what the cheesy marketers call a very good value proposition here, because otherwise, no, people are not going to pay for that. It's got to be sexy. It's got to look good.
All right. Well, listen, we're out of time, but I want to say first of all, I hope you get that jerk who broke your heart, and also hug a Canadian today, just in the spirit of goodwill. Thanks to Caroline McCarthy for keeping us in the loop. Let's go over to Allison Hayslip, who's right over there.
I'm right here. Fax Bear is right there. All right, here on AOTS, we have a thriving viewer army. That's why we picked a new recruit to take us to the Laughing Skull Comedy Festival in Atlanta, Georgia. Here's hoping the comedians don't throw him a blanket party.
Hey, this is Steve Hofstetter, coming to you live from the Laughing Skull Comedy Festival in Atlanta, Georgia. Over 600 comedians submitted, only 60 were chosen to perform at the festival. Let's meet some people.
Thank you very much for coming out and being part of our first show at this festival.
Hanging out in Atlanta beaches.
There was a penis and swastika on my face.
Think about that for a second, all right?
I saw all of last show and I was really excited. I thought it was so funny.
And my orthodontist was like, you need to wear a headgear. I should have modeled for like a medical equipment catalog.
It's really about helping comics get better, which is really serving comedy, and I think that's really important.
Everyone's like, Michael, what are you going to do after you graduate? I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure my parents are taking me out to eat.
And backstage here with Laughing Skull Comedy Festival. It's exciting. It's fantastic. Let's see who wins.
Hey! Say to me!
What do you hope to gain out of this festival?
Meet some new people that I haven't met before and sleep with some of them.
The only good thing about having a trombone at a social gathering is that when a girl rejects you, you can play your own. Wah, 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 wah.
And the winner of the Laughing Skull Comedy Festival of 2010, Josh Gunner.
Thank you guys all so much for coming. It was an honor to share the stage with such excellent comedians.
So that's it for the first annual Laughing Skull Comedy Festival. This is Steve Hofstetter, G4. Thank you for making me part of your viewer army. We'll see you next year in Atlanta.
Yeah, viewer army. And Bears. I think having Bears stand behind me is not in my contract, but whatever. Now, if you want to enlist in our viewer army and cover an event for us, go to g4tv.com/viewerarmy for more details. Now, do you want to play Iron Man just like Tony Stark? It's time to attack these collectibles! Is Bear going to be back there the whole time? All right. With all this talk of hot tub time machines, we forget about our time-traveling forefathers. Take a moment to remember them with the Back to the Future Lights and Sound Mark I DeLorean. Whoa. This 1/12 scaled replica has real moving parts and is decked out with lights and sounds. Great name, people. Don't push it around your desk too fast or it might just send you back to 1985. Go to thinkgeek.com to order one for only $40. Plutonium not included. I have 6 words for you people. Alien technology is pretty badass. Is badass one word or 2? Doesn't matter. Whatever. Even though you can't get the real thing, you can still pretend with the District 9 gas projector. This full-size replica created by Weta is exactly like the gun used in Blomkamp's hit movie. It's made from glass fiber and comes complete with authentic nicks, scratches, and alien gunk oozing from its parts. Ooh. Head to wetanz.com and pre-order yours for, only $500. But... And finally, who here would love to own the Iron Man suit? Yeah, well, too bad. You're not going to get it, people. Fax Bear wants it. But you know what? You can settle for the next best thing, Tony Stark's heart. Yes. Over at PropWorks.com, they are auctioning off the Hero Mark 1 RT unit. This is the actual prop used for Tony's homemade life support he built in captivity. I do not recommend embedding this into your chest, regardless if you have shrapnel in there. All right, people? Bidding starts April 16th at the Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo. I'm guessing it's going to sell for $1 billion, so you better bring your life savings. Head on over to g4tv.com/AOTS for info on all of these new releases and more. Grrr! All right, stay tuned. I'll be going back to the 80s with the cast of the Hot Tub Time Machine. It's without the huge hair. He might be coming with me. He might. You're on that side. What?
The feed is brought to you by Cheetos.
From Hollywood to Bollywood. Geek Goddess. Hamle ke show.
Oh, he's got his gloves on now. Let's get into this.
Why would it have a thumb? All right, whatever.
In the world of Hollywood movie pitches, few... We're gonna go back over there. See, now he's mad at you. You made him mad.
He speaks English?
I read bear. That's what it is.
All right. Lo siento, luchador.
Come over and get him. Here, go.
No,
go.
why do I... Oh, my God, please help me!
Yay!
How many times do I have to get beaten up on this show?
So many. In the world of Hollywood movie pitches, few ideas have been as high concept as the plot of Hot Tub Time Machine.
It is a hot tub that is also a time machine. Bam!
Yeah! Time travel in a hot tub?
It's called male bonding, okay? Haven't you even seen Wild Hogs?
In Hot Tub Time Machine, John Cusack and his down-and-out buddies travel back in time to 1986 to seize the opportunity to change their future by altering the space-time continuum.
It must be some kind of hot tub time machine.
John, I have to ask, did you enjoy parodying your old films?
I sort of thought if there's a place to do it, it's here, where you get transported back into it, and the joke's on me in the 80s.
I hate this decade!
In this movie, you get the ultimate Marty McFly moment because you get to see your mom in the past. How weird do you think that would actually be?
It'd be pretty creepy. We had a scene, I think, where she hit on me or they got cut out.
I feel pregnant.
It was not as hot as it sounds on paper.
But Colette's very hot.
Oh, no, Colette is, yeah. It has nothing to do with her. I'm saying, but the Freudian aspect of it kind of overshadows her natural beauty.
Let's get this party started.
Mom?
Who's the geek?
He's your son.
Rob, you're kind of like that guy in the movie. Do you think you'd hang out with yourself in real life?
We all have that. The Lou in our lives.
You have Ritalin? What?
Were you the Lou?
No, I was not the Lou. I was, I think, more than Nick.
And I was more the Lou.
How am I supposed to get a job?
I was like the younger guy with a lot of the older guys.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what happens to you when you get fat? Oh!
They totally should have cast this all backwards, man, obviously.
Yeah, we should just redo the film and take different roles.
I should have played the black guy.
We were here. What if we run into ourselves?
We're not going to run into ourselves. We are ourselves.
Now, if you could actually time travel, what sporting event do you think you would go back and bet on?
85 Super Bowl.
2004 Red Sox.
I would go back to the Cubs playoff game, and I would go grab Steve Bartman and pull him back so that Moises Alou caught the ball, and the Cubs would advance to the World Series.
But the Cubs will never have that.
Yes, they will.
Watch John Cusack transcend generations by doing what he does best, delivering 80s comedy gold in Hot Tub Time Machine. I wish I had a time machine.
I wish I had a hot tub.
You do?
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, that's right. That's how I had my Speedo yesterday from my own hot tub at home. You're supposed to do laps in a hot tub.
You wear a Speedo in your
Yeah,
own
and I
hot
put zinc
tub
on my
at
nose
home?
and a cap as well.
Awesome.
And my neighbors are like, why are you doing that?
They're like, we need to move.
I know.
Oh, hey.
Why are you on me
that reminds me. I don't
Go to her.
know.
There
And
you
I'm
go.
talking, and I don't know why this reminds me, but we're going to check in with the fax machine.
What? I know, right? Fax machine, time machine, they're pretty much the same things. Gateways to a forgotten era before email.
Exactly. Is Faxbear, he's too busy wiping his sweat off?
Can you stop shadowboxing for a second and give us our faxes?
Give us faxes! All right, what do we got?
I got, This just says,
I is the real Lucha Bear.
I is the real Lucha
Learn
Bear.
how to speak LOL speak, dude.
Yeah, I need to learn how to speak LOL speak.
I know. I have Allison. You need this haircut. Just try it once. I don't think that's going to happen because I'm pretty sure I would no longer be working on this network if I did that to my hair.
Hey, someone found this picture of me doing stand-up comedy jokes somewhere, a really close picture, where I'm basically wearing some kind of an electric sweater.
What is it? Twitter at girlfriend? What is that? I don't know.
At girl if go. Gil R if go.
Whatever.
Oh, I just got a paper cut.
Oh God! Don't say I hate
She hates
those.
paper cuts.
Oh my God! I hate paper cuts. I don't know what this is. It's I don't know.
That's a Japanese wafer. That is
It's
gorgeous.
a wafer with a facial hair.
Wait, what is this? What is this? Crab Nicholson's Extreme Sleepover Text Adventure.
And the unicorn asking if we brought burritos. That's fantastic.
Hooray!
All right. Now, if you love people falling down, and then April's your month, people.
That's right, April 10th and 17th, the original Ninja Warrior returns with new episodes in HD for the first time. So you can actually see competitors hit the dirt in vivid, glorious detail.
It's 2 all-new Saturday marathons, including a half-hour preview special hosted by myself, Allison Hayslip. What? Details at g4tv.com/Ninja Warrior. Still ahead, X-Play sent us a present. Did you really get a paper cut?
Yeah, I did. I got a paper cut.
Oh my gosh, I can't stand them.
It's Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell, all wrapped up with a blow to the head.
Oh God.
This portion of Attack of the Show is brought to you by Hot Tub Time Machine. In theaters, March 26th.
Wrong love tonight.
Coming up tomorrow on AOTS. Stone Cold Steve Austin talks about his movie Damage and damaging the faces of his opponents. Then we bust the lock on the AOTS Classic Vault. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Wonderman. And Eddie Bravo and Blair Butler break down this weekend's UFC 111 event in MMA Chokehold. See you tomorrow.
Now, the fine folks at X-Play have sent us something awesome.
Oh, is it an early look at Splinter Cell Conviction or a cease and desist letter?
Yes! To the first one, I think.
Hope so.
Sam Fisher is well known as a one-man war on terror, but in the upcoming Splinter Cell Conviction, he's deadlier than ever thanks to some lethal gameplay updates.
What we wanted to do was build on the core values of the franchise. You know, the stealth, the action, the dynamics, the tactics.
The first one we have is Mark and Execute, which allows you to, while you're in the shadows, tag enemies, mark enemies, and then you can take them out swiftly once you're in the correct position and the timing is right. The other one is the last known position. When Sam is overwhelmed and needs to disappear, vanish, go back into the shadows, we display an outline in the environment. And that outline tells you 2 things. The first thing is you've disappeared. The enemy lost track of you, so this is where they saw you last. And you know that they're going to focus their attention onto that position, they'll go investigate it, and while they're investigating that position, it gives you a tactical advantage because you can flank them and really surprise them.
And disappearing into the shadows is more intuitive than ever before.
We do a full screen effect and just say, you know what, you're hidden or you're in the light. So it's really clear, you can strategize, you can make your plans, you can prepare your attack.
Of course, no spy is complete without the tools of the trade, but Sam's gonna have to earn them this time around.
Sam Fisher is not with Third Echelon anymore, so he doesn't have access to, you know, the big weapon locker. So, you know, at the start of the game, you have basically nothing with you. Very quickly, you'll pick up, you know, off of a car, you'll grab a mirror, and you can use that mirror to look under the sill of a door. So it's an example of, like, crafting and improvising using the environment.
One of the things that we wanted to push is how interactive the environments were going to be. You can shoot out stuff to make them fall on bad guys. There's all sorts of things like that that you can use to create distractions in the environment if you look out for those elements.
We're also bringing back the goggles. The goggles are, I think, a very big icon for Splinter Cell. Also, the sticky cam is back. So you throw the sticky camera wherever you want, you switch that view, and then you can see your enemies. The last part of the gadgets that really fits with the story is EMP gadgets, electromagnetic pulse gadgets.
The EMP grenades are a great way for you to take out a lot of lights in an area.
Sam is also armed to the teeth with some serious firepower.
I think we've got 6 different pistols, we've got shotguns, we've got submachine guns, assault rifles in the game. They're all upgradable. We've got the PEC system in the game, Persistent Elite Creation System, which is a system that's found in other Tom Clancy games. And that's all about doing challenges in the game, getting points, and then spending those points to upgrade your gun, your gear, things like that.
We look forward to getting our upgradable stealth on when Splinter Cell Conviction hits stores on April 13th.
You can download the new Sam Fisher demo on Xbox Live right now.
All right, it's time for today's epic fail.
Now, there's nothing in the world quite as scary as clowns. Thanks, John Wayne Gacy.
But this video posted by Silly Sally the Clown tries very hard to change your mind. Hint, it doesn't work.
Who let the clowns out? 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 Who let the clowns out?
The horror. The horror.
Our minds are forever entombed in the crawl space under this video.
So last week our robots were abducted. Have you seen our robots?
If you have, give us a call on your telephone at 805-268-7123, and your message might wind up on our show.
Might. I think we should check in with the faxes one last time.
One last time?
We got some here.
All right, this one's really awesome. A guy actually drew a bunch of stuff that happened on the show today. We did it!
Woo!
Much love from Drakinator.
There's you.
There's me with the fruit and the laptop on my head. Yep,
I have a nice little sketch of something. I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
But it's creative.
That's called acid. That's what that's called.
It's
that's
very,
acid. Someone knew we were going to talk about clowns today, and they did this. Attack of the Show has a cult right there. Horrifying.
This might be my favorite because it says Allison, hottest Jersey girl ever. And this is a pretty damn good drawing of New Jersey, although we don't have the hearts up top.
But is that really an honor? I'm kidding. Thanks for. I'm kidding. Thanks to Morgan Webb and Caroline McCarthy from CNET.
Next play starts right now.
La 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 la. Why would you stop doing? La 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 la.
Look at you juggling. Look at Mini Chris. You're adorable.